Welcome to day 3 of the IFSC World Champs here in Bern. My name is Matt Groom and I'm going to be bringing you all of the action from today, and it is a packed schedule. It's time for the men to qualify for the lead competition, and then later on the women take on the Boulder wall for their qualification round. As the competition progresses, the crowds are getting bigger and the pressure ramps up. The Swiss audience were cheering on their heroes on some tough routes. Nino Grunfelder got a huge reaction and it clearly spurred him on. His scores of 37 plus and 28 mean he will climb again and moves forward in 11th position. He made the slap up to a black volume above the headwall on his first route before falling. The Swiss crowd were in raptures when Nino's teammate Sascha Lehmann joined him in the semis. This blue route was super hard, but he gritted his teeth and pressed on, getting through in 4th. Aoyori Kuza was one of 4 Japanese athletes through, his elbows slowly going up and the pump kicking in as he eventually fell. Alex Magos from Germany has made his second semi-finals after qualifying in Boulder. He was in powerful form, only this final match on the black volume proving too much. The men's purple route had some pretty savage body position dependent moves. Japan's Yoshiyuki Ogata twisted his way through them. Then he had to deal with the crimps high up, which burnt him out before the top in a mid-order finish. France's Sam Abazou had a great round with a top 5 finish and scores of 39 and 37. He reached the same position as Yoshiyuki on that purple beast of a route. A man who is no stranger to big occasions is Austria's Jakob Schubert. He won the last World Championships lead comp in Moscow, and he was right at the top of the standings after 2 impressive climbs. One of the favourites for those Olympic tickets being given away during the championships is Japan's Serato and Raku. He continues his campaign and looked to be cruising. No tops, but high falls, and Serato marches onwards. The Czech Republic's Adam Ondra relishes bizarre moves, and as I've said before, the purple route had a lot of them. He was one of the closest to topping it out. Check out the last moves. Sean Bailey will join his USA teammate Jesse Grouper in semis. His endurance was certainly tested as he climbed, and he did much better on this route than the second, with a score of 38. Great Britain's Toby Roberts is in the top 5. It was a typical try-hard performance from him. Toby leaves nothing behind, and he came so close to topping this route. Paul Jemp joins Mejdi Schalk and Sam Abazou from Team France, and he'll climb again. His unique style once again proving successful, and we're all looking forward to what he can do later on in the competition. You may have heard that we have some exciting news here at the World Championships, because Shauna Coxsey is going to be my co-commentator, athlete expert, and I cannot wait to have you in the commentary box, because obviously you have so much experience to bring to that role. So first of all, what are you going to be bringing into the commentary box? What are we going to be talking about, and what can't you wait to share?
Thank you so much. It is so exciting to be here and to be joining you in the commentary booth. I'm excited to bring my perspective to the role, I guess, having been through the World Championships, trying to qualify for the Games and then successfully doing that in Japan in 2019. To be back here and just be surrounded by all this again is very surreal, but I can't wait to share my thoughts, my feelings, and yeah, some little insights along the way.
I wanted to ask you about emotions, because this is one of the most emotive competitions I think I've ever been part of.
For sure, yeah.
Like, people are screaming, cheering, crying. it's everything. Obviously, getting an Olympic place is hugely important, and winning World Championships is. So tell me about it from an athlete's perspective. What kind of things did you go through, and are they going through?
You know, competing at a high level, there's so many emotions going on, but then you come to an event like this, it is the World Championships. It means so much, but also those Olympic tickets are on the line. So there's just this heightened tension, and you can feel it in the arena, I think. It's a different game at an event like this. All the emotions are there with some added new ones, but they're just magnified. And yeah, it's very, very, very intense, which is why I think you see the range of different emotions for the athletes, and they're just kind of showing that intensity in their own way, both on and off the wall, I think, as well, you know?
Now, obviously, we will be neutral, of course, but I wanted to ask you about the Great Britain connection, because you are a Great Britain athlete, and we've got Toby, who is looking fantastic at the moment, and of course the rest of the team, Jack McDougall, Molly Thompson-Smith, lots of names. So who are you particularly impressed with, and who are you looking forward to seeing climbing out on the wall?
Well, of course, I'm totally unbiased because I'm a professional, but yeah, to see the success of GB this year, I've been screaming at my laptop back home watching all of the comps. I've taught my daughter to say "Go Toby," which is pretty cool. But I think, you know, Toby's style is so impressive to watch. He tries harder than anyone I think I've ever seen. But there's so many other athletes as well, both old school and new school. And I think this year we've seen kind of the old school generation stand on the top of the podium, and so many new school athletes coming through that I don't know. I want to watch everybody, which is why I'm here. I love it. But you've been on the whole season. You've been there. You've been living it. What are you most looking forward to at this event? That
is such a good question. And again, very neutral, of course. But there are some athletes who tend to stand up to the big occasions. And for me, I'm unashamedly biased towards Jakob Schubert. I love it. He's a bit older, okay? So sure, I feel like he falls into my age bracket a little bit more. And I love how he steps up for those big moments, and he always seems to perform. So I can't wait to see if he's going to do the same again here. but we shall see. And you guys have to join us because it's going to be an amazing event. And we're kicking off tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central European time for the first semi-finals. Join myself and Shauna. Can't wait to see you there. Right, time to check out some highlights from some of the women's Boulder qualifiers. Things seem to be in sync. Falling nicely into place, 20 athletes moving forward. After a disappointing lead qualification round, USA's Natalia Grossman is back. 3 tops in her group and a top 10 finish. Let's check out France's Oriane Berton on the same boulder. It took her 4 attempts to send a 3. A clever knee bar on the black holds, gaining her a top, and she's also inside the top 10. She was also particularly strong on the slab. Janja Garnbret was dominant during lead and, once again, in Boulder. Five tops in total and a different method on that powerful A3. She went for the dyno. From Israel, Ayala Karem pulled off a powerful flag move early on in the competition and got 3 tops on her way to a semi-final. She used all of her shoulder strength and got in via the top 5 of the 20 qualifiers. Remember Ayala's flag? Well, Austria's Jessica Pilz did things a little bit differently, and she found the top. Jessie danced her way across the tricky dual-tech striped balls, and have a look at this slip and save. As she climbed higher, the slips continued for her though, a tricky climb for Jessie. USA's Brooke Rabatou managed to top the same boulder. A second place finish for Brooke, a perfect balance of strength and technique to match the dual tech's top. Her teammate Annie Sanders also had a great round and she's safely through. The young athlete continuing her awesome season so far in 2023. Aimori from Japan always seems to hang on forever, and she had a strong finish to the round, sending the last 3 boulders. Oceana Mackenzie from Australia just got in with a 19th place finish, displaying good footwork on the last boulder and keeping those nerves at bay for an important finish. Time to focus for Ukraine's Zhenya Kazbekova. She had to find something extra on the last few boulders if she wanted to progress. She flashed the fourth climb and sent the last slab in just 2 goes, securing her a place in the semis. We started with a Swiss athlete in the men's lead and we'll finish with one in the women's boulder. Past champion Petra Klingler finding something special in qualis. She got fully involved in the giant blue volume on her way to 2 tops and zones on the rest of the climbs. This match on B4 unfortunately didn't count due to lack of control, but Petra will be delighted with her result. Tomorrow the live broadcasts begin, so make sure you join myself and Shauna Coxsey for that, or you can see the highlights on the World Climbing Club. Make sure you subscribe.